Un cheque, one, two, cheque. Su cheque, tu cheque. Boom, boom. All right. Let's see. This is some impromptu-ish today. What's going on, everybody? Give me a second. I'm going to go ahead and get everybody posted that we live. Hey, did I get a message? Hold up. Hey. Toxic Hustle. Oh, y'all. All right. So we are live. Give me a minute, y'all. Let me post this. Let me minimize this shit over here. And let's bring the Discord over here so at least y'all can see something else. Hey. And then let me tell everybody in the Discord we live. Let me hit refresh over here, though. Let me hit refresh over here, bro. Really? That's what we doing now? Really? There we go. Jeez, man. Copy link. Copy. Link. Copy. Bow. And now I need to put Twitter. Post this into Twitter. Where are you? My Twitter. Oh, shut down Photoshop, dude. I need that memory. Hold up, y'all. I got Photoshop still open like a dumbass. Let's see. Good and close, please. Thank you. Come again. All right. And back to my stream. All right. What's going on, everybody? All right. Where's my Twitter? Damn. Twitter. Where are you, Twitter? Give me a second, y'all. Let me just get this Twitter post up. There it is. Bow. And then put this. Bow. And then put that. Bow. Tweet. All right. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Toxic Hustle. My name is J Tragic Jeffrey. And this is the final Toxic Thought 107. It's crazy that 107 of these Toxic Thoughts, and the fact that it started with Crypto Plunder, in which I told you I'm coming up off that crypto stuff early last year. I warned you, said I'm gonna get myself prepared. Last week of November, first week of December, be out. And then I've been warning you about the fact that Bitcoin was going to crash last year. I told you in December I was out of crypto. I was selling it all. Sold it all. Told you in January I was going to start shorting the market because I began looking at the economy, watching the economy, and seeing what was going on with the economy. New crap was coming. Toxic Thought, the entire reason I even started doing these videos was because at the time, crypto was going through that China FUD where they were getting rid of all the China miners. Now, if you look back of all the things that we'd seen, we were seeing a tightening on economic policy. Not everybody's going to work, and our way of dealing with it, lock everything down. Now we can't get back to the level of work we used to have. I've been warning you since last year. We went through, and for those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. Let me duplicate this and drag it over. For those of you that are new, I'm a long-winded individual. And you can see that from all of the videos that I've done and how long they ended up being. 2 hours, 3 hours. My blind ass needs to put on some damn shit. Don't you get old, you get old. All right. So when we first started this, y'all, you see I had still had Crypto Plunder in the title, but I had created this thing called Toxic Thoughts. And it was just me getting things out of my head because things had changed, but still things had stayed the same. You see, before all that, years ago, I was watching crypto, watching it. And for some reason, it's not loading all my damn videos. Oh, these are all the lives. Hold on. Let me go to the home. And then I think we should be able to see everything. There we go. And then, no, go to videos. All right. So we're in real time with this shit. You know that. You know that. Okay. There we go. So if you go back, you can check where, I'm just a producer who's trying to sell his beats. Then I start showing how I got into crypto in general and what I saw. Like literally, I saw this microtransaction economy coming. Because again, years ago, if you go back to my videos, years ago, I told you I was working at Canon USA as a graphic slash web developer. Um, and while I was doing work there, I was making the company millions of dollars. And my software was being used to generate all of the catalogs for government contracts. Why this is important is because what I had realized was while everyone was going through a bad portion of the economy, our business was fine because we were riding off of government contracts. Because government spending wasn't getting no smaller, it was only getting bigger. I didn't understand this. Please understand, I only started just getting into economics last year. The only reason I got into economics last year was because Bitcoin didn't go to 100,000 like it's supposed to. And then I knew something was broken because the guy that wrote it to show that it would be the bellwether to let you know when things are afoot, when there's a problem. As long as the Fed is printing money, Bitcoin go up. When the Fed stops printing money, Bitcoin go down. You can just kind of watch it because it's a speculative asset. I've always looked at it as a trade. Money goes in, money goes out. Tide goes in, tide goes out. Commerce is commerce. Let's just get Sephardic with this. Now, I started watching everybody talking about who wasn't going to be in crypto years ago. Started pointing out little things, talking about robots being able to trade. Saw like this company that came out, and there's a reason why I used this image, which is like the thing or some movie. I think it's like Swamp. It's a space. It's a cult classic. Uh, Post it if you know where this movie comes from. It's a cult classic. It's an old school horror. It's like horror for sci-fi film about these entities that sprouted out of people's heads. If you know the movie, put it in the description. So I watched how, Jamie Dimon 5 years ago was talking about he'd fire people if they got into crypto. And for me, that was a red flag because I worked at a bank. And I know how banks push away speculative assets so they can get their hands on it early. I worked at a private bank. So I got it immediately. I was like, "Oh, I know this. They're chasing down assets. You tell people to stay away from something because then if you tell them to stay away from it, then all of the accredited investors get interested. It's like catnip. Oh, we're doing this now. All right, let's do this." But I watched them. And I was starting to look at robots and what robots would do. And the reason why I stopped was because the business model didn't make sense to me. Their business model, gunbot, how they were running out their business didn't make sense. Like in a SaaS world, you would expect them to just have a SaaS business and make it mad easy. You're at the base of crypto. This should be really easy to be able to use your bot, and your bot should have, be simple. But it didn't work out that way. And then October is here, and I was talking about a dip potential. Art of war botting is where I'm talking about how I was learning how to trade. Then I started worry. I started telling and saying people about warning about dips. 5 years ago, I'm warning about dips. The December jump. I kept thinking that we were looking for another run up. I didn't expect what happened in 2018, which is where we're probably around. This is new year, new crypto tax laws, Ripple XRP. Then I talk about another dip for a January dip 4 years ago. Has the dip begun? I said that there was a January dip. This is 4 years ago. So please understand, this was at the falling of the last halving cycle, which was 2017 to 2018. This halving cycle goes from 2021 and 2022. It starts in 2020, of course, just like it started in 2016 for the last halving cycle. I'd said Warren would get it wrong about crypto. BitConnect, a big exchange, died in January of that year, just like we saw the collapse of exchanges this year. I wanted to go back and show you the videos. This is years ago, me just talking and just sprouting up and spitting a little bit and showing you just some things that I'm catching some vibes on years ago. Then I'm talking about decentralization models, that businesses need to become decentralized. Talked about AI on blockchain, that artificial intelligence is now here 4 years ago. The reason why this comes full circle is I'm now working with an artificial intelligence. People laughed in the Discord when I brought up the fact that I was writing and working with AI. Literally working with AI on a consistent basis. That some hood dude can't work with AI within the era of APIs? Nah, it's just we've got to get smarter. I've always been about the paper chase first and foremost. This is why my music, I didn't concentrate on that, because music is a loss leader. I learned that when I worked at Media Play and Music Factory. Media Play, a music factory where I sold the hardware, where you would find it in the back of the Source magazine. The DJ equipment and the little Boss drum machines, all that shit that was in the back of the Source and the Double XL Music Factory, that website. Yeah, I used to work there. It was nothing but a warehouse in Brooklyn. And when I saw that, I was like, holy shit, that's when I understood what the internet was. Now, do you see what Amazon was? I worked at an Amazon before Amazon was Amazon. I told my homeboys in 1999 that I'm done going to the studio when I was in New York, after I came back from the military, being nothing but a glorified security guard, after everybody told me when I went into the military, I was going to have so much opportunity. Just like they tell college kids, right? All of y'all that went to school, you're going to have so much opportunity, right? Where is it? I'm old as shit and that still ain't here. Huh? Everything's changed. And I saw something years ago. I told a friend of mine who's going to be at my wedding next year. He changed my life. There's only a few phrases in my life that have changed me. Few things that people have said. One, my mom said something to me. Because of how my father was a Rolling Stone, one day my mother told me, when she saw me trying to like flirt and mac on a girl, she told me, don't ruin that girl's life. You ain't got nothing to offer her. You live with me. That shit is demoralizing. But it was what I needed to hear to put a kick in my ass. It's what then let me think I could put a computer away on layaway because I saw a guy on the street selling incense and books, had the internet. When I told my staff sergeant when I was in the military, staff sergeant, ain't nobody gonna have a computer in their house. Only nerds who play games. I ain't gonna do nothing. But we were using it to do inventory. We were using it to have a network to the commanding office so that they could see the inventory of the entire battalion. I didn't see it could be a business, but and especially I couldn't see that here's this black dude on the corner selling incense, but he's in the projects in the Bronx and he has a computer and he has AOL and he is starting to network and sell things online. What? It didn't even register that this was a new communication outlet. What had happened that I didn't see, but my staff sergeant had seen, was that you would take a computer, put it in a house, and you could write off the damn house as a business. So in 2011, so right around that when my mom did that, the next thing that a person told me was when I was working as a security guard. Now I just met that person. That's how I met the person that had the computer and had AOL. And somebody I was stressing about the fact that I'm trying to figure out how to scale out my life in tech. And this girl came up and said, "Yo, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something." I was like, "What's up?" "Don't nobody care about your problems." Again, harsh shit. But I needed to hear that. She was right. Don't nobody give a damn what the fuck is going on with me. Don't nobody care how I feel about anything. What I need to do is just figure it the hell on out. So right around that time, I'm going to Manhattan back and forth, and I'm seeing these people use this Apple computer. I see that there's this thing called Pro Tools on it, and then a light goes off when I remember my father used to have a damn little computer, a Mac, and he had something called Cubase on it. And I remembered it was called Cubase. And I said, "Oh, I got this AOL thing now. Let me go look up and see if this company's still around." And then I told my homeboys immediately, "Yo, y'all, I'm not coming to the studio, but I'm not coming back no more." Like Boomerang, no, not Boomerang, Harlem Nights, when that guy meets Sunshine and he calls his wife and he's like, "Hey, baby, yo, I ain't never coming home," just because he had slept with Sunshine. Because she's like, "I have a girl who so good, you throw it up in the air and a turn of sunshine." Harlem Nights, man, classic movie. The next thing somebody had told me was in the car ride when I was coming back and forth from Cannon. And that was my friend that I was telling you about who was um, at Cannon with me. And I was in a relationship, and he told me he had never seen a guy settle before. When I explained my relationship and how I felt like I couldn't really walk out of a relationship because I was afraid of emotionally damaging her, and he said I was settling, and that just like I was like, "Oh shit, I didn't even realize I would do something like that." And then immediately said, "I need to move. I need to move back down south. I need to go down there." And the person I was with couldn't come with me because they wouldn't be able to hustle down here. Georgia's hard, and you gotta hustle. And the first time I came down here was with that guy from that was on the corner because we were gonna start a production company in Macon, Georgia. Well, in Georgia, he tried to do it in someplace else, and I was like, "Hell to the nah." So we settled on Macon because it was dope. Great place, rich in history. And I felt again like it was like New York again, like in Macon. If I could make it in Macon, and we were starting to sell music, we were starting to work with artists, and like everything was going right until it wasn't because people still want to have that mentality of, "I still want to be street," when we're supposed to be about business. Like we are so scared to get back into commerce because we're scared of another Tulsa. We're scared of another Lake Lanier. Something in our DNA is just so afraid of us getting back to Sephardic shit. Because every single time we start getting swaggy, we get beat the down. But now it's not about race at all, because everyone equally is getting effed. And no one sees it coming. There's a decoupling of everything manual. Can't you feel it? Like Morpheus said, you could taste it. Oh no. Actually, that was Agent Smith. He's like, I feel like I'm somehow infected by it. There is this thing that's happening where the smartest person in the room is no longer in the room. It's in the air. It comes through on Wi-Fi. And no one's seeing it, y'all. I mean, they are, but they aren't. And when I say that this is the final toxic thought, I want you to understand, I've been warning you that ToxicHustle is nothing more than a research and development company disguised as a music/media business. That we look at tech, we're looking at the landscape, the economics, the macro now, right? I had to do that last year because I was like, oh, it's just markets go up, but they also go down. But why do they go down? What happened? What changed? Something changed. Well, what changed was the Fed. It was like, oh, we got this thing called inflation. Oh, the last time this happened, this guy named Volcker needed to slam all the way up to 18, 20%. And in doing so, caused a real bad recession. And what these numbnuts who have been controlling the commerce of this nation have done is manufactured more debt because we don't have money. Money is hard things like gold and silver. I know, old fashioned, it's stupid. I get it. Believe you me, I get it because I don't get gold. I don't get it, but I get it. Why? Because banks, central banks, they're buying it. They are getting it. And it is a scarce thing. Scarcity. I think people forget what scarcity means. But let's not deal with that. Do you know what the biggest problem in America is? Oh, it's not the racism. No. It's not the classism. Oh, no. It is the abject automatonism that the educational system has created. We've created a bunch of yes men automatons who now are being told, hey, you need to think for yourself. And they're just in a room bouncing off each other, talking about does not compute, does not compute, does not compute, does not compute. They don't know what the hell to do right now. We're talking old people who thought they could retire, that now inflation's kicked their ass, or their health has gotten screwed up with this thing, Pikachu virus. So now what are we going to do? When the businesses, y'all, I want y'all to understand something. I believe in a being, and that being shows things. And that being has showed me that, look, my girl is in the restaurant business, and we were doing business to business. I got let go of a web design business of company back in 2016. When I got let go, I had told my girl in 2015, I said, babe, I don't think anybody needs a web designer or developer anymore. I think I'm obsolete now. Because I had found out the only reason that part of my salary even got in existence that year was because a client forgot to not subscribe again. And it was a big check. And they rectified that and said, well, cancel us for next time. And I knew immediately after that, I was like, well, we ain't getting no new sales. And they just fired the marketing director. So, and we don't have a new marketing director. And we weren't doing well when we didn't have one. So I don't think I'm going to have a job soon. Told my girl, said I'm having a crisis of faith, but like the business version of that. because now I'm a web developer who really can't develop no website. And I'm at an age where now I'm overqualified. And since I didn't get those executive titles, because I'm like, well, F this company, since you ain't paying me what I want, I'm not waiting 20 years for you to figure it out. See, what I realized, because I was working my own businesses in those times that I wasn't working for a company, and I was doing all the research to be able to get up to speed, to be able to be effective, by the time I talked to those companies and got a job, I was 5 years ahead of them. Y'all, I want y'all to be 5 years ahead. Here's the thought process, because I'm not done with this screen. There's some things that I thought was going to happen. This Steam thing here was literally it's supposed to be a social media platform, but that didn't work out. See, lots of things are supposed to happen in crypto and all the other things that don't tend to always happen. Let me go, hold on, which one? This is all my videos? No, that can't be all my videos. Where's all my videos? Oh, because it's under live. There we go. I got to go back down here. Give me a second. Scroll down, scroll down. Okay. So then I started going live, right? And then put it, so then last year, right here, last year, when China did what it does when it comes to what they do, they were flooding out again. And I had showed you in the videos of how they last had done that. I hate the fact that YouTube has split up all my videos, like live and this, instead of it being all in one thing like it used to be. Like, they're assholes about that. Anyway, so, I was like, okay, well, China's flooding, and then we're putting out bot fires, right? So this was around the summertime. And then I was telling you that there was going to be a bounce. So I was like, yo, don't worry about that. This issue is going to bounce. Then I was giving you an intro to crypto bots because I found the Bitsgap bots. And I told you when Bitcoin goes crappy, which is going now, like I told you it would, I said there's going to be a time where Bitcoin just sits sideways, and I wanted a bot for when that happens. We're not there yet. We ain't finished the crash because remember, I told you there's a December dip and there's a January dip. You watched the last video. It's basically my exit. I didn't even know this is going to be my last video, but what I'm going to show you towards the end of this video is last night something happened. Something changed. I've got the hugest partner in crime, but before we get there, I want you to see why we're moving into a transaction economy, right? So I started telling you about banks and that, oh, and it's gone, that people are going to be disappearing. I talked about, not people, about bank accounts and funds, and things are going to start disappearing because they can't keep their money up. And then, and plus the banks, you're going to have to be careful because from this, and it's gone, it's like basically put your money in the bank and it's just going to go poof. And that's what's happening to everybody's bank accounts, right? And then I told you about occupied silence. I said, look, there for years, we've been in a Ponzi scheme that people go to school. Like Occupy Wall Street was how many years ago? Go look up Occupy Wall Street. What was the problem that was brought up about Occupy Wall Street? That here was all these kids that were coming out of college and there was no jobs for them. There was nothing. So what did they do? Print a bunch of stimulus, jack up a bunch of tech jobs, and all these people were able to then get into some place. They padded out the problem. What Toxic Hustle and Toxic Thoughts have been is an expose into why everything is going to go to hell next year. And why I've been warning you to work on your products, your subscriptions, and your services. And why you haven't been seeing me is, guess what I've been doing? Following my own shit, eating my own dog food. If I'm telling you to do something, how can I keep talking to you all the time and not go do that? I got to go do my R&D. And then when I come back, I come back with more ish every single time. But this is going to be the last time it's here because I'm about to prove it to you. I told you Toxic Hustle is a research and development company disguised as a media company. Well, guess what's getting ready to happen? The media side's getting ready to start, and I'm going to show you how we're about to do it, and it's not going to involve any more staff. The title was not clickbait. When I say introducing ChatGPT, what I'm going to show you in a minute is going to change everything. And I need everybody to kind of disappear, the ones that don't want to listen. That this is too long of a freaking video for them. That's not my concern. When I tell y'all, hey, there's going to be a shift and you better shift or you ain't going to have no business. Oh, I'm serious. These things are going to be putting everybody out of work. So we're going to go back to crypto because this is where I was still on, where I'm still putting crypto plunder in the titles, but I still have toxic thoughts. And then we're talking about dApps. But then I got into the dApp and I lost some money in a dApp. So I was like, okay, well, this don't really work. So I'm going to look at some music. Let's start looking at media now. Is media ready? Because I was looking for it in 2016, 2017, which media companies were going to be in the blockchain. But then I'm starting to realize right around this time that blockchain is nothing more than an expensive database. We're mad early. It's an expensive database. It's an expensive financial database that we kind of need, kind of don't need. But hey, I'm not here to say what should be a commodity or not. It is listed as a commodity by the SEC. I could give a damn how anybody else feels about it. So long as something is by the government listed as a commodity, it means I can treat it as so. And right now, they are pumping it down so that they can get their hands on it for the cheap. I don't have to care about it. I know how a bank works. Fidelity is putting it on its books. I don't give a damn how anybody else feels. It is an asset class to people who have accredited investors, who have money managers who need to get their bonuses at the end of the year with whatever assets they got to sell. They don't really care what they sell. They will sell you crap. Did you watch Boiler Room? Wolf of Wall Street? Do you not see what's coming? Oh, no, you don't. Let's continue. So I'm looking for blockchain stuff, and I'm saying it's all a puppet show. Market manipulation and how they're manipulating the markets. I'm saying what happens when we have a virtual world, but we can't be with goggles on our heads. We need contacts and all this other shit, or maybe even some type of visor that's really light. So until we get any of that shit, that's not even ready. So then we keep going. Digital fiat flip. So I'm starting to, then the video games. I'm starting to see video games and people who are playing video games are generating NFL slash Super Bowl money. Like they're bringing that much cash flow into the business. But then all of a sudden, China starts destroying all of that on their side. And then you're starting to see the collapse starting to think. So I start looking at data because I'm thinking business. I'm thinking, okay, things are kind of getting shaky. I know that crypto's going to start falling off in November. What do we have any DeFi stuff? Is there anything that we can deal with? Then I start seeing the trouble in China, right? And I'm talking about what to mine in 5 years. And I'm telling you that mining is going to be transactions, right? I'm telling you that apps, and you're going to have decentralized apps. Mark Cuban is inside. It was inside DeFi and got wrecked, basically lost money because he's believing all the hype. And then the trouble in China, and then they started leaving. And there was, in this video, it shows you the screenshots from Twitter in which they were showing you how much cheaper electricity was in America so that they should move all their mining business to America. And it showed you what states and what the price was for electricity and how they were going to move it here. Then what's in your wallet? They're stacking coins, so staking, scarcity over wins, Bitcoin. Then people started calling me a Bitcoin maximalist because I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to kind of walk away from the alts because they don't really do ish. Right. And then employment exodus, everybody started quitting. Right. Elon was crashing the Bitcoin market. Then I start telling you to adapt. We're talking about DAOs. They were putting real estate. I told you looking at games again. and I was thinking I was going to start a gaming channel, but then I started noticing more and more companies were beginning to collapse. And then I was also noticing that these games, while dope, were not really even fun. So that wasn't going to last long. And then, except for that one, Blanco's Block Party is still fun, but I don't got time for games, especially if there's no, I can't flip that. Then, blockchain gaming, still thinking about gaming. Talk about the great pivot as far as people leaving Burger Kings and all these fast food places to go someplace else to work because they had all these jobs. Then I said, Welcome to Rome 3.0, which we were talking about how a new Rome was going to form and how economies can could potentially collapse and how everything could be locked into this, CBDC and all this crazy stuff. Then I said, I warned you about the industry, the media industry of things, the Internet of Things. I said that people were not going to make money anymore, that machines are going to make money, and that what you're going to have to do is come up with how many transactions you need to do, right? And then I told you about there was trouble in China, that there was that all this real estate that was there that was going to cause problems in our economy. This is a year ago, that there's going to be ripple effects because these banks are losing money over there. So they're going to have to say, hey, we lost some money soon. And that's going to mean earnings are going to fall and the stock's going to fall. Then I told you transactions are going to equal credits. Like, we're going to stop doing manual labor, that machines equal money. Machines will equal money. Then I said, I called it. I called every pump 5 in a row, victory lap. I was calling and showing you that Bitcoin is on a cycle. We're proving it in real time. Hey, Sahu, yeah, motivation time, because this is my last lap. This is it. This is the last Toxic Thought. This is the last one. From here on out, this channel begins to show you what we've been talking about. I'm going to move it to tragic. I'll talk more about that towards the end. I'm going to move it to tragic, but I need you to see, I want to walk the past a bit to show you how I was calling ish before it happened, so that when I start calling this shot now, y'all don't doubt this. I went back 5 years so far in which I've been calling shit. I've been real humble because this is not about me being right. This is about you being okay. That's the only effing thing I care about. That's why I don't sell shit. That's why you haven't seen me sell nothing. Like, I'll talk about it. I'm like MG with this shit. Like, I really don't want to do that. Why hasn't there been a course? Because I would have to charge you a whole lot of money to show you how I write songs. But what I'm going to do is I don't have the hardware to do it in real time, so I got to get my money up. So I'm like, you know what? Let me pivot. But hold on, thought. Because like I said, everything is leading to a purpose. I want you to see how I've been building. Because Toxic Thoughts, if you go back, this is why I am where I am today and why last night changed me. What I saw last night, what happened last night, what I'm going to show you in a little bit, if you just hold on, what I'm going to show you in a little bit is going to change everything about your business. And I'm disappearing. Not like I'm gone, I'm not going to be around. No. I am going to work. I'm using what I'm about to tell you, and I'm already doing it. Let's just put it that way. And I'm going to show you. The next tab is right there. I'm going to show you through the next tab, but just bear with me. I know I'm long-winded, y'all. I know it, but it's my heart on the line, because at the end of the day, we all got to meet a maker. And I at least want to say, Pop, I tried to help. That's all I want to be able to do. At least if I help one of y'all get through what's coming, whew, good. If I can help more, if you can get it out to more, cool beans. Because what's coming doesn't change whether or not they want to believe it. What I'm about to show you, it doesn't care if you care. I've been telling you that the system does not give a damn. It really doesn't. Unadulterated, look at everything technology has swept through, and they've called it disruption. And the disruption didn't care if you wanted it to happen or not. Did you care? Did you think the mom and pop store cared that Amazon was going to sweep through with a warehouse and an app and undercut everything in the shipping industry? No. Do you think they care that that Walmart piggybacked off of the AOL network to be able to send messages in and out of the store faster than anybody, to be able to move product around faster than anybody else? Nobody cared. And they ate up all the other businesses. Nobody cared. Nobody cared that a thing called AOL came and it became a way for you to create a media company. You could create a website and be a magazine because you couldn't do video back then. Not like YouTube, because it didn't exist at the time. But you could be a magazine, you could have a book, you could have a blog, you could create a way to be able to present yourself with a .com. You no longer had to walk around and go to the yellow pages to try to sell your ish. You could put yourself on a billboard and just say, go to .com. This technology don't care, so let's get back into it. What do we have? We had a shipping problem, right? Everything was frozen. And I said, yo, hold on. At some point in time, all of this shit's gonna free up and we're gonna have a bunch of surplus. We're gonna be with super inventory. What do we have going on right now? Remember, I said this a year ago. I've got to do this lap real fast. Because what I'm getting ready to tell you is the next 5 years. I just wanted you to see the last 5 and see what I saw and how and what y'all helped me see. Because ain't nobody said, no, you're wrong. Because data is data. Then I said data is graph. The data graph is patterns. Basically, that data is the new oil. And how do you create your own data? How do you use this power? Because data is your power. AI is sitting on top of data. And how you use it and how you utilize it equals your power. I missed the run up. Then I talked about the economy. This is when I changed. This is where I got. This is like around November, and it didn't. And then I told you in like December, 11 months ago, I said the halving cycle is over. BTC ends halving cycle. It's over from here on out. You're not going to see those run ups no more. It's done. I said toxic hustle 22. What did I look at the big arrow I put down? I said that 2022 was going to be a big ass arrow. This is not because I want to be right. This is just because I started getting into the macroeconomics and started listening to a whole bunch of smarter people than me. And all of them were saying, hey, since the Fed's got to make this pivot, the Fed's got to make this pivot. Okay. So then what we have? So then I'm watching the markets for weakness. And then I said in December, yo, our 22 strategy begins. I'm selling off all the Bitcoin. And then I said, don't act like I never told you. Like I didn't warn you that the collapse was coming, that things were going to get bad. Our pockets are on empty. I said that's when I started looking at the banking and financial numbers, and I could show you, and I showed you where you could go look. And go look at the bank accounts and see that they're empty. So where was the run up going to come from? That, oh, we're going to run up. We're going to run up. How are you going to run up when nobody has nothing in their pockets? Homie, they're using credit cards. Back then, we ain't even ready. Yo, January. Oh, God. January. January. Oh, let's just get ready. So anyway, G code. What is this? Let me see, incarcerated, the bubble, the everything bubble pops. And I was talking about how they're talking about the everything bubble. So everything is in a bubble. And I also warned you, get ready. Because whatever we saw in 2007 and 2008, I said what happened was they put property, houses, real estate, they put contracts, derivatives, paper on it. They took a clump of real estate, packaged it together, said it was AAA paper, that all the stuff, every asset in here is good as gold. And then they put it on the market. It's as good as gold until those people default. And when the defaults happened in the real estate sector, well, now the paper underlying is no good. So they have to come up with more collateral. But if they don't have the collateral, they get margin called. And if those margin calls happen, well, then all of a sudden you've got to sell assets and liquidate them to meet the call. And I said, we are going to have a whole bunch of that happening now. Then I said that everybody was hyping. Everybody's thinking hype, everything's going to go, we're going to go back to raise the roof. No, done. And then they were lying about the CPI. And then you see, I put this little picture right here. And I said that the fourth industrial revolution is the Internet of Things. I warned you, AI, this fourth industrial revolution is getting ready to happen, right? Then they had the concert where people got injured, and I was telling you how, how media was going to be changing due to the fact of, like virtual worlds will probably then pick up more gaming stuff. And then I even talked about civilization, stagflation, the changing world order. So things, all these, the worlds are changing. We go back to machines prepping food, that robots are going to start doing more. Do you see what's coming? I have this brain, this artificial intelligence brain. Here comes the beast. This is where I show you how scientifically and mathematically, as well as spiritually, the machine that we know as a computer could be potentially the machine that's written about in another book. You just got to break it down and see it for yourself. But I'm not going into that because that's not as important as the fact that now you're going to have to grow your own food, and robots are taking care of that at the fact that that's open source software right there. This open source software can help you be able to grow your own farm in your backyard. So there you go. You got that. Then I keep telling you that, hey, the recession, you gotta start recession proofing your businesses. So now I'm looking at my business and I'm thinking about how to recession proof. And I'm going back to the fact that what happened in Macon and Tom and MySpace, and about everything that was going on there, and how I made money when that was 2007, 2008. I was making money on MySpace, selling MySpace graphics. I went back to graphic selling during the last recession. Then, welcome to Fight Club theory. Basically, you determine your level of involvement. How much are you involved in your own success? From the movie Fight Club. Put down your crown before you wear it with pride. You can't see what you don't see, but you need to get yourself together. The Fed Now is here, which actually will be here in March. I warned you of the Fed Now. This was 6 months ago. If you build it, a nation diminish, yet another digital economic shift. Oh, I'm warning you that there's a technological shift coming. Again, I'm on a same theory that this automation thing is going to eat up your business. If you're not recession proofing your business, if you're not figuring out how to scale, remember, transactions equal an economy. You're going to have to get your transactions up. You're going to have to speed up. The robots are coming. The subprime auto loan collapse plus automated collateral damage. This is where I'm telling you that what happened in 2007, 2008 is happening again with cars. And that the fact that people got cars way too high, they need Ducati, right? And then, what's up, RTP? So then I'm telling you, hey, they tied the car loans to derivatives, y'all. Warning, warning, Will Robinson, warning. They tied car loans to derivative paper. If they're defaulting right the hell now, there's an auto apocalypse right the hell now. That paper has to be reevaluated by Moody's next year, y'all, which means that paper becomes worthless, which means those A grades need to get new collateral. And if they don't have the collateral, which they don't, they have to sell assets. We are not done going down. Pause. So here, CPI, they're still lying about the economy, of what the numbers are. We know the numbers are higher. Automation can't stop, won't stop. I'm showing you all the businesses that automation is eating up. Now, I want to start to begin to preface, like right around here, I'm starting to feel like, I think white collar jobs are going to get crushed. That is where the age of automation and the mixing of iron and clay, hello world, people 2.0. When I told you that if you go into scripture and you kind of look at it, I just wanted you to see it as a map, right? I want to show you something. I'm going to tell you something. You go back and you've seen the thing. Just research this, right? It says in scripture that there is a beast. The beast is the number of man, and that number is 606 score and six. I'm going to do this one thing, and I'm going to say the rest. You can do it yourself. I've done this before, but I just want you to understand this is not me being spooky. I'm not trying to be spooky. I don't have that type of headspace. I just don't give a damn about it. I just do, hey, is it a yes or no statement? A change mark command, abbreviated Unix command that lets an operator tell the system how much or little access it should permit to a file. I was writing at that time a configuration file on a Unix machine, and I had to make sure that the machine could write to it, but no other people could write to it. Boom. Okay? Then I want us to do the sixth letter of the Hebrew Bible is the wa or W. So then you have what? Okay? That's W. W, W. If I have three of them, that's the sixth letter, right? Let he who has wisdom understand the number of the beast and is the number of man, and he will not be able to buy or sell without the mark of the beast. What is a Dutch mark? I know it's wrong. What's a Deutschmark? A Deutschmark, DM, was the official currency. You will not be able to do anything without the currency of the machine. Okay, y'all. Let's point to the back of the class. Is that loud enough for the back of the class real quick? So that we can get the spooky shit out of the way. I want to get this in your head because as the altar boy, when I was writing some code and I had to make it 666, the hair on the back of my head stood up. But not for the thought you thought. I was just like, well, if Father's warning you and he's giving you a warning, he wants it as a child. Let he like a child, be like a child, right? Be simple with this ish. Don't be complex. You're going to get in the kingdom of heaven or the understanding of heaven before your adults will because they're stupid. They're chasing dummy missions. I'm going to have a machine that's going to subjugate them. You're not going to be able to buy or sell, and you're going to put it in your temple, right? It's going to fuse with iron and clay, the mixing of iron and clay, man and machine. The beast will be inside the temple of God, proclaiming himself God. Neuralink, a corporation is a neurotechnology company that develops implantable brain-computer interfaces co-founded by Elon Musk. OpenAI, San Francisco company. Does founder Elon Musk. Satellites, SpaceX, Starlink satellites. For we do not wrestle with flesh, but principalities of the air. Do you not pay a mortgage? What do you pay on your mortgage? Do you not pay a principal? Isn't that a principality or a short cash burst? So where are or asset or small form asset? So a principality in the air could be a satellite in the air, right? So this person also has satellites in the air. Okay, so who has the money of a machine? Founded Bank X, PayPal. I just want you to see, this just seems to be one person that you just kind of should keep an eye on because everything that person is kind of touching has something to do and a culmination of something being formed. And it needs data. It needs a lot of data. Right? Didn't he just do something about somebody using his data without paying him? Y'all didn't catch that news article, did you? Data, Elon, news. Pauses OpenAI. So Elon Musk paused OpenAI, which he founded, from access to a data trove of information for that machine to be able to be fed. It basically starved out the machine. I want you to understand something, just so that you see it. There's seemingly a line of you having to network or work with a machine. It's written in scripture, it's right there in front of you. If you don't want to deal with it, that's fine. I'm just warning you. I'm just here to be the guy that says, go no further down this path. No more shall pass. But if you do decide to go, just want to warn you what's coming down the line. All right. So that's the negative impact of where we're going. But we need to deal with what's coming right now. So let's go on. Third quarter strategy review. I'm talking about what we're going to be doing the third quarter of this year. I start showing you graphics. I stop right here using any graphics that I just grab from the internet. I stop from here on out. Why? Midjourney becomes my art director. All of the art from here on out is artificial intelligence. And you can see it's seemingly getting better. Kind of was better, but not as good. And you see my last image, which is this image. AI or die. Introducing ChatGPT. Why every business needs to embrace artificial intelligence to stay relevant. Y'all, let's start with ToxicHustle. A few months ago, I told you, start getting your products ready. I did a assessment of the business, and I could either open it up to y'all and have problem with the software. Every platform I was trying to put the stuff up for training courses, every platform had a problem when it came to hook it up for automation. Every single platform had a problem. Either their APIs were not available, or they didn't have APIs, or if you wanted to have APIs, it was like $700 or something like that. And I was like, well, no, screw y'all. It's going to come down in a bit, and you're going to be irrelevant in a bit. So I'm just going to have to wait out on that, because I can't give the experience I want to give to the people, like y'all. I can't give you the experience I want to give you if I have to be pigeonholed. And I don't want to be pigeonholed what I want to do. I have a vision. So I had to pivot with my vision. What you see is the pivot. Y'all, when I told you we were working, that I had projects, I had a main project that I had to work on. This was my main project. For the last few weeks, this is what we've been doing. 30 items here. Literally, we have enough products for 4 stores. 4 stores. You see, a commercial license and artificial intelligence can get you so far. But I told you one thing that I learned the last time I was around. Photoshop has always been my key to being able to get through anything. So long as I knew Photoshop, I would win. I'm not telling you you need to have Photoshop. Look, there's Canva that's like free. There's a bunch of other open source software that you can use. I just know my tool, and I just use my tool. But I didn't have time to do no recording, because as you can see, I had to do designs. Like you can see the background, that's transparency. All of these are transparencies. All of these are generations that I have to work on. to get all of these daggone content together, and some of these need to get photo touches and photo edits, and they weren't perfect. I had to work them for a while, and then I had to start working on New Year's stuff, and that's where I was like, oh shoot, I'm not. I got to do New Year's. I got spring stuff to do. Like I got a lot of work to do, so I don't have time to do video because I'm concentrating on product. And then last night happened. Chat GPT happened. Y'all, this title you see right here, for the most part, was written by AI. I didn't write this one. I let my final thought not even, I just gave it a structure. And I want you to see something so that we're going to do this in real time. So this is Chat GPT. And all right, we're here. Give me a second. Let me pull up the text file I need. Where is it? Give me a second, y'all. No. 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 Okay, I'll use this. Okay, I want you to see this. Paste. Could you please write a marketing advertisement for a PNG sublimations design for PNG sublimation designs, promoting a New Year's sale with 50% discount, highlighting the instant download availability of the designs, and targeting businesses that use our designs for print on demand products. Okay? Celebrate the new year with 50% off our entire collection of high-quality PNG sublimation designs. Our designs are perfect for businesses that use print-on-demand products to create custom items for their customers. And with instant digital download availability, you can start using our designs right away to create beautiful, unique products that will stand out from the competition. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Get 50% off your purchase of PNG sublimation designs today. Shop now and start the new year off right with stunning professional designs that will help your business thrive. Did y'all see that? Okay, hold on. So, oops, I can just, jeez, I'm all over the place, right? Oop, that's not exactly what I wanted. Hold on. That's what you get when you can't really write, when you can't type. I just look at the damn keyboard. Okay, so write write a Twitter post for this, please. Right? Boom. Attention businesses, get ready for the new year with 50% off our entire collection of PNG sublimation designs, perfect for print on demand products and available for instant download. Don't miss out. Shop now. Hashtag PNG designs, hashtag sublimation, hashtag New Year's sale. Y'all, this thing just wrote me my marketing campaign. Right? Give give me a oops, shocking ad title. The truth about product will shock you. No. Rewrite Twitter ad. Damn, I'm horrible with the right. Like, what is going on with my right? For real. Sorry, my keyboard is like away from me. So I'm feeling like Mozart, where one hand is on one table and the other one's on another one with my laptop. There we go. So there's my headline for the product. Unleash your creativity with high quality PNG sublimation design, 50% off for our new year, for New Year's. Y'all, last night I did that. Now check this. I'm going to take this text that you see right here. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go over to this software over here. I'm going to post that in here. And this is called Well Said Labs. So it's Well Said, right? I'm going to use the promo voice, and this is going to be Ramona. And then I'm going to click create. Bow, 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 bow. I'm going to real time. I wasn't going to wait. Come on. Bow, 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 bow. It won't take too long because it ain't that much of a toke. There we go. So boom, done. So now,
celebrate the new year with 50% off our entire collection of high-quality Peng sublimation designs. Our designs are perfect for businesses that use print-on-demand products to create custom items for their customers. And with instant digital download availability, you can start using our designs right away to create beautiful, unique products that will stand out from the competition. Don't miss out on this limited-time offer. Get 50% off your purchase of Peng sublimation designs today. Shop now and start the new year off right with stunning professional designs that will help your business thrive.
y'all, you saw that, right? You saw that, right? I have a product, and I don't know how to sell that well. I have a chatbot that, if I structure the question properly, can get me whatever I need for my marketing. I have one of the best marketing people basically on the planet. And then you add the fact that I have Midjourney designing all the dopest graphics that I can put together. And you wonder why I'm disappearing for a bit. Toxic Hustle is going to become a media company that can aggregate content, be able to post out news, short bursts of news. I'll be able to manage the news, get it out, but I can get it spoken. And let's not even deal with this. I got to do this actually on YouTube because this can't be done just. Okay, so this.
Well, hello viewers, I am Matt VidPro AI and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you viewers at home how to cook like Matt here, Matt AI that is. We're going to cook pure AI videos out in the desert today and they're going to be crystallized and 99% pure. If you couldn't tell already, yeah, that's the voice of Walter Hardwell White from Breaking Bad. This is what we're taking a look at today. It's called voice.ai. I'll have a link down in the description for you guys.
All right, so
You can never understand this. Get out of here. Is in beta. But down here, fighting people with the
very clearly just straight up sounds like Joe Biden, who is the current president of the United States. Now use Joe Biden's voice here to explain to you what this piece of voice.ai actually is.
Okay, so you just heard Breaking Bad. You just heard Biden. You see here, you got, it's me, Mario. And they've got other voices, and you can buy other voices. So now, what if I take this voice, run it through this voice, and get even a different character voice out of it? You see, I keep telling you it's about transactions. It's about how many transactions can you put out over everybody else. And in the the month and change that we've actually launched the design business, we've already made sales. In fact, one of our shops actually got shut down. We're working to get it put back up because it was doing too well too fast, and it looks suspicious. So we're going through a thing with that, but literally. And then we're launching a publishing company to be able to publish content, books, posters, clothes. Manufacturing has left the United States, but manufacturing hasn't left. It's changed form. What we think is business, as I was warning y'all over and over from all the videos, we are going into an age in which transactions mean more. We're going from a manual age to an age of automation. How you use those tools to scale up the workload. Like, people still need work. There are clients out there that don't have nobody to work with them. You don't think that with what I just showed you right now, this right here, I just showed you, could you please write a marketing advertisement for my company promoting what a discount we're doing on the site? What did I give it? Exactly what's going on with the company. I told you, market research, R&D. Whatever I'm telling you isn't that I'm telling you into a void where I'm hoping to get the next YouTube view. I don't care. Like, I'm glad my views are low. It means a few of you are actually seeing what the hell I'm talking about. It means if you execute on it, there's more than enough. Plenty. I don't know how long it's going to last of them not knowing, because I made sure to change the title just enough to put ChatGPT in it, knowing the algorithm is going to feed it and know I'm going to get a huge amount of traffic. I already know what's coming. I didn't write it. The AI did. So I know it's going to win. And then you mean to tell me I can get the voiceover? I have found one of their voices. I think it's Ava. It's like 17 different YouTube channels. One of their guy voices. It's like 25 different YouTube channels. And if you're using OpenAI, part of their damn thing is the API version of it, which means with the automation system that I was showing you last year, which I'm using this year, which I'll be using for the next 5 years. This company is the WordPress of automation. I've already installed this on my machine. I installed it on a machine that I can run unlimited. It's my own Zapier. This is my Zapier. Reason why I told y'all, get into APIs. Everything's going to have an API. Y'all, did you not just see this will have an API? That means I can write marketing ad copy on the fly through N8N. Are you kidding me? I just gotta wait. It's coming. Meantime, between time, I can have it write me enough content and marketing content to go out to get sales. And then while I'm doing that and selling digital downloads, so it's instant translate, instant digital download. They go make the product. They put it on their print-on-demand products, and they sell those products with dope-ass damn designs. We're gonna give them the backgrounds. We're gonna give them the characters on top, and we're gonna give them the text on top of that. And you design your own shit. All you can eat. No, not really. Y'all, this changed me last night. It changed my girl. Like, my girl's already getting ready to be Suge Knight of the publication domain. Because she's a hustler in her own right. My shorty is dangerous. Dangerous. Like, you think, I ain't nothing. Like, I'm the brains as far as how I maneuver and how I do. Like, my girl is straight, like, on her feet. She's a physical muscle. I told her I'm going to be like Tupac to Suge Knight. She's going to handle the business. I'm going to handle making sure the acts are right. The content is good. The products roll out. The customers are happy. And I got, like I said, you can see I'm getting ready to do the New Year's stuff. And then I got, holidays, spring, we got summer stuff to do. There's lots of work to do. And all of this to generate cash flow, because in a minute, y'all, as I told you, I eat my own dog food. If I told you concentrate on your product and or subscription and or service, or have a newsletter, that's still like a service. Something that you could get a Patreon up. Do something. If you have a skill set, show something. Somebody's going to pay for it. AI is going to destroy everything if I can sit here and write marketing copy. And I suck. But I don't have to be good. I just have to create a customer profile. And in creating a customer profile, I give it to the AI, and then I say, AI, give me ads for the customer. That's all I'm giving you. I'm doing like MG with this one. You gotta work for it. Motherfuckers, work for it. I'm not gonna show you how to do that. Go do it. I just gave you the sauce. That means everybody should be out here marketing. Get a good product up. Yo, it does not stop with damn graphics. AI is already in your music. Look, media, when I say the media business, I include producers because I'm a music damn producer. At the core of everything here is my music production. Why? Go turn on the TV and have you seen a commercial that has just a voiceover with no music? No. Ain't nobody watching that ish. Just dry air. If they did, at least it'd have some type of sound, right? Birds flying, the chirping. Hold on, my damn dogs barking. Wind blowing. Waves, right? All that other ambient shit. We're going into a whole different position in life at this point. Because again, like I've been telling y'all, the smartest person in the room don't matter no more. This, right here on this screen, this is the smartest person in the room now. And it's how you get this to work for you now. And it costs money. Yeah. But didn't they say if you gotta, it takes money to make money? Well, that's called pay the subscriptions you need to pay for that help you scale your business. Again, you're gonna get buried. This ain't up for negotiation. Don't do it. That's fine. Go look for a job. Where? What you got to offer? Do you work with artificial intelligence? No? Well, I don't think you're going to have a job. Because what do I need you for that the AI can't do? Like, look, my marketing director, much respect for you. My old marketing directors, much respect for y'all, all of y'all. but none of y'all were this good. And this fast. Like literally to get copy like this would take 2 weeks of rewrites and rewrites and rewrites and rewrites, because the person who's writing it has their own emotional things that they're trying to figure out how to sell for another person. This thing knows how to sell for everything. Every person on the planet, I think this thing can sell for it, because I chose the hardest thing, like sublimation design. Like, it's not like a whole bunch of freaking people out there with that. It's not like this trillion dollar industry to a point. I mean, it's a couple $1 million industry. That's not trip. That's not trip. I don't choose any business without it being able to make $1 million. And there's, like I said, plenty of room out here. My designs ain't gonna be your designs, just like my designs weren't gonna be your designs anyway. But now ask yourself, these designers, look, I'm a designer as well. I work in Photoshop. I have taken images and smashed them together to try to get them to work. And I could spend 8 hours on a design and turn around and then that design didn't work. And I got to start all over again. I've done CD covers for artists. Like, do you not know that I can sit out here and I'm going, like, I can either A, go out on these streets and just keep doing the work for my own damn self, or B, I can go out on these streets and make CD covers for acts. Mad cheap. Like, I come out here and do $10 freaking CD covers and crush people. Crush them. And that's what all of you should be able to see. But again, I'm just showing you what works for what I've seen. And yes, music makes money. Yes, it does. But look at the disposable income. Who, as a producer, who is my artist? Like, who do I try to, I've got to get the decent amount of current money. Like, if I want fast money, I want money right now. Well, then I got to get an artist to buy my beat. If I don't mind waiting a year or two, I can put a beat out through through CD Baby, and then I can just get like 0.0000 whatever on Spotify, YouTube, and all the other stuff, right? So I can get streaming money, but that's still small money, and I got to get bigger name and more songs and do all this other stuff. At some point, there's a diminishing return because an artist gets tired. So rather than that, I want to be able to take the money I make someplace else, and then I can put it in my music and to do all the stuff I want to do with it in one shot. Invest in my own business. Invest in my own media. And as I've been warning you, in a second, video is going to be AI driven. So I'm getting ready for when that happens, because I got to buy more hardware. Like, I'm not gone. I'm not going to be ghost gone. I'm going to be moving some of this stuff to my own stuff. So on YouTube, I want to see how easy it is for me to find myself. Let me see. At Tragic. All right. Did they connect? Hey! At least, hey, that's Toxic Hustle. Yeah, that's a topic of me. If I put at Tragic, you should just give me at Tragic. That just should be the way it is. But you know how they do. They don't know how to even do what they do, like they're supposed to do what they do. So let's do this. I think delete, and I think I need a slash, right? Think that's it now. Is that the new thing? That's what hot on the street. That's what's hot on the street. So youtube.com/@tragic. Yeah, I got my I got my name. Right. So at Tragic, this is where I'm going to begin a new version of what we are doing with Toxic Thoughts, but we're going to be digging deep into some other stuff. A lot of execution. This way, what I can do is talk about what we're doing on Toxic Hustle without affecting Toxic Hustle's vision of being a media company. So like literally, this video is the last one that looks personal or is talking from a perspective of one of the employees speaking on behalf of the company on personal matters. I'm going to take the personal matters stuff over here because there's things I want to say, but I can't hurt the business, right? Especially if we want to prove the point of what we're trying to prove. So, like what we're doing, what I showed you just now, rinse, wash, and repeat, that's about to happen over here. But I'm not going to make this into some robot like crap channel. Like, no, literally, we're going to use this in a way that allows us to make the channel entertaining, and then of course be able to launch music and do all this other stuff. But again, we want to prove like the goal now for Toxic Hustle is how do we become the media business? How do we automate the media? How do we get the media out there? Like, and do people like it? Do they enjoy it? Are they watching it? Is it fruitful? Right? Because again, we don't want to just do something just to do it. Like, oh, we're gonna make this robot channel into bunch of crap. No, I want the channel to be almost to the point where you don't know it's AI. I mean, if they go back in videos and they watch this video, they'll know. But y'all know attention spans are attention spans. And that's why this one's for y'all. The ones I've been sitting here all this time. And this is why I've been telling you that things are going to change. And I didn't expect this. I didn't expect, y'all, this thing writes code. Like, this thing writes code. It's hooked up to GitHub. So it's what's doing the code writing at GitHub too. So basically all of GitHub, all of that code, it has access to that and how to fix and how to rewrite code and how to fix bug patches. Again, if you're a developer who's not writing AI to write its own AI, you're not going to have a job in a couple of years. You're just not. You're going to have to create some kind of business, subscription or service to do something for somebody that wants to pay that subscription or the product or service. Because you're not going to be the smart, like all your education doesn't mean anything if the damn AI can do the Google entry exam. Real talk. This thing can write code. Okay, hold on. Write a all right. Okay, so here we go. Write a JavaScript code that takes two values and adds them together. Let me scroll down. There you go. Here's one way to write a JavaScript code that takes two values and adds them together. Function add, which is a function, x, y. Boom, return x, y. Use this code, you would then add a function, pass it to two values that you want and add it together like let result. So how I'm gonna use it now, add, so it's calling this function 5, 10. It's gonna take 5 and plus it by 10. Again, y'all, this ain't scripted. I just thought of this on the fly. You give it a try. Tell me what the hell you want me to tell ChatGPT. Give me something. I'll put it in right now in real time. We can do this ish together. Let's all blow our minds away. Pause. Come on, who's in the room? Give me something. This is live, y'all. This ain't like, I mean, the others that are going to watch this later, that it's not going to be live for them. But this is live for you. Give me something. We'll put it in. I'll wait. Don't. Let's say, while I'm waiting on y'all, I'm going to try to think of something else. let's reset this thread because we did all. No, let's leave that up. Let's see, what else can we do? Okay, do this as a PHP file. Write this as a PHP file and multiply. Oh man, I wasn't even in the box. Damn it! Hold on. There, there, there. So, am I there? Okay. Rewrite the code so that I can add. Okay, rewrite the code so that I can add, subtract, multiply, or divide the numbers. Boom. So now this thing just rewrote this function, this JavaScript function. It wrote it so that I could add, subtract, multiply, or divide. It's going to return X or Y. And then all I have to do is let result operate if I want to add, if I want to subtract, if I want to multiply, or if I want to divide. Like I said, the smartest person in the room is whom now? I don't know how to code, but if I could tell it to give me functions and it could write those functions for me, how would you secure the code? All right, so it does that sometimes where you run out of, it just crashes out. So that's not going to work anymore. So I'm going to have to reset the thread and hit refresh and then give it a moment. It's still beta, but y'all saw that, right? I just need y'all to see what the hell's now happened to everything. Everything that we have known that we could or we didn't even know we may or not been able to do. If you had a tool that could then kind of help you get things done, what would you do? If I needed to be able to write something, I just need to be able to explain the things that I need. This, I just showed you marketing. I just showed you software. Mid-Journey is art. You've got AIs like Isotope and all these other places that's AIs for your music. At this point in time, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to start scaling up. I'm about to. With what I've laid out for y'all, and you've seen everything. If you watch from the beginning of this video, and again, I know it's long, but like it's the last one. I'm gonna tell them my victory lap. So, Chat GPT is freaky. You can write stories with this thing. Okay, hold on. Write a poem about the love of Bitcoin. Write a poem about the love of Bitcoin. Oh, sorry. In a world of uncertainty, a shining light appears, a digital currency with no government or fear. Bitcoin, oh Bitcoin, the love of my life. With you, I feel free and no longer in strife. You are my constant in a world of change. With you by my side, I feel no fear or pain. Your value may fluctuate, but to me, you will always be a symbol of freedom and the love that sets me free. So here's to you, dear Bitcoin, my one true love. I will hold you close and never let you go. Okay. So could I now put that on like some type of content to media, a meme? Could I get AI to design the graphic for it, put it together, and put out some type of advertisement or just some type of social media content? When I tell you these things are tools, they're tools. So what sparked this? In the Discord, you know I've been telling you, everything is changing. So come RTP, good lucks for this. RTP pulled up Michael, and in this video, he's talking about the 600 threshold of what you have to pay in PayPal is getting ready to start. Remember, they hired a bunch of IRS, they're going to be hiring a crap load of IRS agents, and they're going to have guns now. So they're going after tax evasion and all of the taxes. So all the money people are making on PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, all that you got to pay taxes on over $600. Now let me explain something to you. What you've become is a corporation. You may not understand this of why this is happening to you, but as somebody that's worked as a freelancer, if I go work for a company, that company has hits me with a W-9, not a W-2. I get a W-9 because I have to fill the W-9 to get a 1099. And that 1099 is over $600. So for anything that I do for a client over $600, I have to pay, I have to do a 1099 and basically file taxes on it. So over $600 has always been the norm. This is not a new thing. It's just that you became an independent contractor by using they wrote laws and they turned you into independent contractors with the act that Obama put in place. I tell y'all, a Democrat gets in office to take rights away from you. A Republican gets in office to enact those rights. Let me go back so you don't think I'm just being a prickhead. Bill Clinton, the Pied Piper on Arsenio Hall's show with his saxophone, the Pied Piper came in, that was the original Pied Piper, came in, piped his way through Arsenio Hall, and got the Patriot Act in there. The Patriot Act then, under Bush's watch, got enacted. Obama writes this net neutrality laws in which let's go ahead and put all this structure to what the internet is and say it's free, so that now that we put everything in place to say that this is a thing, we can now write laws against that thing, taking away all the freedoms because we now wrote it as a thing. And you said, yes, this is a thing and we like it. Great. Now let's take that thing away when Trump gets in office. So now that you got Biden in office, you've got to ask yourself, what rights have you lost? You're losing the right to your money. You're not going to have free paper. Go to the supermarket. I'm going to the supermarkets and the checkout now has a little sign that has not moved. No cash. We're going cashless society. Oh, the money's dirty. You don't want that anyway. As they roll out their CBDC, they're fed now. So the reason why this is my last video is because I am going to go take a break because I've been working on this graphic stuff. But at the same time, I'm about to get prepared because next year I'm going to be running at full speed with an execution plan that I've already laid out that you just saw. So with this, when I was in the Discord, I put up the fact that human-free farms could solve a major food problem. The reason why I even put this article up is this article has nothing to do with the state of Georgia, but in the state of Georgia, 4 grow farms just came. Period. Again, this doesn't matter how anybody feels about this stuff. These grow farms are here. And are you invested in them? Do you have any money in them? Because they seem to be growing while all the other businesses are shutting down. Again, who's rising and who's falling? Machines are going up, people are going down. Amazon already rolled out a bunch of machines, right? They just got a new packing box robot. So they can get rid of all their box packers or box makers. They got a box making box now. Excuse me. And while we're going through this, we've got a trucking collapse happening. Oh, and by the way, Sir Elon is getting the truck that can drive itself to try to come out the door next year. So there's that as a thing. So then Young and Icy, shout out. Anyone recommend or ever use AI for copywriting? Stuff like media posts, email, marketing, headlines, etc. Young and Icy, my brother, you're on it. You understand it. You understand what you need to do because you understand that it doesn't matter how we feel about it. If it's able to help you do what you want to do, market. If you can use it to be your marketing agent, like, yo, why are we paying people to market for us? Think about that. You pay 20% as an artist to whom? Your manager. Your manager does what? What? Deal with these weirdos in an industry? So he's a weirdo that deals with weirdos. And then those weirdos take 80% of your royalties. So who is he really working for? Or is he just your handler? Well, if I'm going to have a handler, I want to be able to control him. So I've got the best marketer on the damn planet that can now write me ad copy. I just showed y'all that. Rewind the video. So yes, Young and Icy, you can. And I just showed you in this video. You can. I need to tag you in this. In fact, hold on. Let me tag you in this so that you can know I gave you a shout out in this damn video. Oops. Damn, you. I really can't spell, can I? How about we do this? And then, oh, it was a U. Ah, that's why it was messing me up. It was Young. I'm old man, not even reading, y'all. Shout out to Young and Icy. All right, boom. Let me save that real fast. Right? Where were we? We're right here. Okay, so yes. Then Mean Gene said that could be a problem if you don't own the code or the rights to the AI. Which you're right, Mean Gene. It could be a problem. Even with using it as a template to, which is what I would do. It's interesting. So AI would be deemed the actual worker, especially if they have been given citizenship like Sophia in Dubai, ? So if this one is one of the times conditions has to be read, otherwise that may end up like record contracts where you don't get anything. RTP, I hear what you're saying, but with the website right here, hold on. With this website right here, that doesn't matter. If I give ad copy to a client, that doesn't matter. And let me show you something right here. Watch this. How long is this stored for? As a language model trained by OpenAI, I do not have the ability to store or recall information I can only generate responses based on the input provided to me. My responses are not saved or stored for future use. I call bullshit, right? Boom. What? Oops, hold on. Yeah. What was the last thing I asked you? I'm sorry, I'm not able to keep track of previous conversations. I'm a large language model trained by OpenAI and don't have access to any information outside my training data. Is there something else I can help you with? So where is our copyright issues if it has no data to hold it? Now, Sahu, copyright issues for GPT, I have a commercial license. I'm allowed to make up to $1 million or more. I ain't even got there yet. So we're not even worried about copyrights right now. It just depends on the company you're dealing with. And for the most part, that's why I chose Midjourney, was because they were like, hey, get a commercial license. We don't give a damn what you do. You're paying us our subscription. We don't care what you do. You have X amount of runs you can do. You fit the subscription model. Pay our subscription. We don't give a what you do. Sorry, I keep hitting this damn headphone on the damn microphone because I'm not used to doing this shit anymore. So that's what I mean. Like, there's no copyright. Like, I have more problems getting copyrights for the stuff that I find on like all the free websites or like I have to mix and mash and do all this crazy stuff to get this. And then I don't have access to the characters where these characters are mine. Like, nobody can just generate this. I have a specific phrase, a term. I have a specific way to generate my images. They're proprietary. I spent hours figuring it out. And I ain't giving that up. I actually sell licensing to new spinoffs to other brands now. So that's why I don't have time for recording, why you don't see me recording. It's like, y'all saw Toxic Hustle coming soon, coming soon, coming soon. I threw up a Shopify site and just jumped on making money. We were doing it someplace else. We were doing it Etsy and got banned. And then I was like, well, fuck it. I'm coming to Shopify. We got this shit up in 24 hours. "48 hours to get the amount of content you see on the screen. 72 hours. And I'm not saying it was a full 72 hours. I'm just saying in 3 days. We have over 30 items. I have no problem showing you how the game runs. Because again, you gotta do the work. I can tell you how hard the work is. If you have Photoshop editing skills, you're gonna be working long hours. And there's no one that can't tell me that you can't make money with Midjourney, period. I don't care what nobody tells me. Can't tell my pockets that. That's the reason why I ain't had time for And like I said, we got New Year's to go. Like, I've got a crap load of New Year's items to put up. I was just working 2 different companies at the same time, and this one was neglected. And then I wanted to do marketing campaigns and email campaigns, and guess what's about to happen? Guess what's about to happen? Email campaign. I can put that in here. Hold on. Let's do let's say I'm a hold on. Yeah, I'm a chef who makes food at great prices. I spend hours Okay, I want to show you. And what is wrong with me? Like I did the same thing. Am I just light on my Z? My zigzag. Okay. So check this out. I'm gonna show you how to hustle this thing. So let's say I have a client, right? So I'm gonna take my girl for instance, and my girl is a chef who makes amazing food at great prices. This is the truth. I used to work for her. As far as like when I got laid off, so I was helping out the business. So I spent hours on my food to make sure they taste amazing for the customers I'm blessed to have. That is how really really feels. So now that I have that input, what's my next thing? Write a Facebook post helping. Oops, oops. Hold on. HELP want my website to order food that gets delivered to their door. I'm doing this in real time because this is actually something I need for her. So this way you can see I don't look at this stuff like from well, you'll see how I use tech. I'm never looking at tech, even though I just touched this last night. Pause. I use tech immediately begin thinking, how do I work this into tomorrow's business? Can I use this tomorrow for my business? Yay or nay? If it's yes, gone. So boom, here we go. This is my girl. I'm a chef who makes amazing food at great prices. I spend hours on my food to make sure they taste amazing for the customers I'm blessed to have. Write a Facebook post helping customers, helping a helping a customer, because I want it to be personal to one. I do understand about marketing. You're not talking to multiple people, you're talking to one person. Write a Facebook post helping a customer want to visit my website to order food that gets delivered to their door. Okay? Boom. Bop. Damn, this thing needs to go away. Hold on. Let me get my. Wish this thing would go away. It's this whatever's on this page is messing around with stuff. Okay. Attention, foodies. Are you tired of the same takeout options? Come and try our freshly made delicious meals at their name. Our team of skilled chefs put their heart and soul into every dish, ensuring that every bite is bursting with flavor. Plus, with our convenient delivery options, you can have our mouth-watering dishes brought straight to your door. Visit our website to see our menu and place your order today. Y'all, you don't think I can go to a client with write three different, right? Okay, write this, write it, write, no, no, come up with three in version, different ads. I don't want to say versions because it might. I've learned with Midjourney to be careful of how you talk to AI. So what I did was I was going to say come up with three different versions. If I said versions, it may do this where it just rewrites this three different ways. What I want to do is come up with three entirely different ads. And the company name I'm not gonna, this is not the actual company name. I don't want to blow her company up right now. come up with 3 entirely different ads, and the company's name is Food Fresh. Boom. Ads for a company called Food Fresh. So it's telling you, here are 3 potential ads. So it knows where the conversation is going. Here are 3 potential ads for a company called Food Fresh. Say goodbye to boring takeout and hello to Food Fresh. Our chefs use only the freshest ingredients to create delicious meals that will satisfy your cravings and impress your taste buds. Plus, with our quick and easy delivery, so boom. Looking for a healthy and tasty lunch option? Look no further than Food Fresh. Our dude, treat yourself to a culinary adventure with Food Fresh. Our talented chefs draw inspiration from cuisine. Nay. Y'all see this, right? Visit Food Fresh downtown and explore our menu, blah, 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 blah. Now, what, like I said, now what if I put it into this and then basically have it read,
Celebrate the new year with 50%
right? I have it in here and I can get an ad written out. I can work with a client and develop the entire thing for their advertising campaign. Do you know how much money you can charge for doing advertising campaigns for people, y'all? We're not talking hundreds of dollars. Let's just put it that way. I'm telling you, work for businesses. This is the time, my people, for business to business. Get Sephardic now. If the waters of consumer capital is gone, you cannot work within those waters. You must then follow the money. So then there's only certain companies that have money or the government. Okay, so unless you can get government contracts, you're pretty assed out. Now, if you can't get if you can get government contracts, then that should be where you're focused. Get your government contracts, get everything in place for whatever your business is, and get your government contracts in place and go do that, because the government they ain't reducing no expenditures. They just want to keep writing checks. So then the only other one you got is business to business, i.e., when I was at MySpace or working on the MySpace platform and I was doing MySpace layouts, I did MySpace layouts so that other musicians can see I could design MySpace layouts and would ask me to make it, and I would do their MySpace layouts for $50 a pop because I was doing CD covers at $25 a pop. I was out hustling everybody because everybody else was selling their CD covers at 50. So I dropped it by half because I could go grab some graphics from the internet, throw some text on it, put some Photoshop actions, and be done in about 2 hours. And that's dinner. I'm good. For 2 hours work, I got dinner. I'm good. I told y'all, it's time to get down to the day-to-day eat scenario. Have you made enough money to eat today? Have you made enough money to eat and pay whatever it costs to keep your electricity and your internet going? Can you now drive your car? See, you got to work backwards. Start stagnant, work, forwards. You got to start back slow. We got to car with no commerce. You drove to somebody else's business and they dictated your paycheck. When Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, told you you were an employee and you need to get up out of that quadrant and get into the self-employed quadrant so that you could then become a business owner and maybe you could become an investor. You need to have money to invest. If I want to invest in more energy-based stuff by the end of next year, I better get my cash flow, because the thing that they can do to stop crypto for you is to say, okay, yeah, you can own it, but you can only get it from Fidelity. And if you want to mine it, you better make it green. Well, I want hydrogen or lithium or some shit. Sodium battery. I don't give a damn. Wind to light to hydrogen to water to sand. I don't give a damn. Somebody figure out, get a way to generate energy, and I'm going to store that ish with sodium batteries since lithium is so expensive. And when sodium batteries become the mainstream, I'm going to be on the, that's where you got to think about this stuff and get ready, because all of this changes. Again, I've just showed you how I can do this marketing campaign for a client with ChatGPT And I don't need to be smart, a marketer to do this. I didn't do that, right? I just gave who is my customer in a sentence. I asked for it to be written as a Facebook post. Write 3 posts. Write 3. Oops. Oh, damn. Write 3 Twitter posts. Boom. And my hashtags. Just tried the new spicy sandwich from Food Fresh and it's blowing my mind. I can just change out the sandwich and make it whatever it is. The flavors are so bold and satisfying. Food Fresh, spicy chicken, delicious. Huge shout out to Food Fresh for making. Oh, no, 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 no. Hold on. No. Make it 3 company. Make it 3 company posts. There we go. Introduce our new weekly meal plan. Choose from a selection of delicious, healthy. I don't have a meal plan, but I can work with something like that. We are excited to announce that we have expanded our delivery area. That's kind of interesting. In the mood for something sweet, check out our dessert menu. Blah, 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 blah. Sell there. Sell their Cajun chicken and rice. Craving some Cajun flavor? Try our mouth-watering Cajun chicken and rice. Our chefs use only the freshest. Dude. So then I can now treat yourself to the taste of the South with our Cajun chicken and rice. This classic dish is packed with. Yo, are you serious? Hashtag Cajun food. Hashtag delicious. This shit is crazy. So it writes code, it writes ads, it can write stories, it can write poems. Write a. Okay, hold on. New topic. Write a. I probably spelled that wrong. I wasn't even looking. Yeah, I think I've messed up. I think I spelled it wrong. This is why I must look before I click. There we go. So, new topic, write a motivational quote because I was spelling motivational like a damn illiterate bastard. Believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside you that is greater than any obstacle. Now, is that real? Is that real? Hold on. Let's see if this is actually a real quote. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Okay. Write your own. See if that works. So write your own quote, not from someone else. Assistant myself. The only way to discover the limits of possible is to go beyond them into the impossible. That's interesting. Let's see if this is a quote by itself. The only way to discover the limits of possible is to go. That's Arthur C. Dale. That's Arthur C. Clarke. Is to go them. So he okay. So basically, the AI rewrote Arthur Clarke's version. Basically, it's a rewrite. Huh. That's interesting. So it took this and rewrote it. Huh. Rewrite that in a business way. Oops. Damn. Write that for B2B. It crashed. All right. And then that's pretty much it. It just does that sometimes. But that's dope. That is dope. Because I don't think it understands this. And it crashes. It does. It may not. We'll see. Anyway, so as y'all see, I just wanted to kind of like show you this. I wanted to warn you of what's coming. I also wanted to get y'all prepared for the change. So, like I said, Tragic on YouTube. You can. I'll be in the Discord still. I'm still gonna be putting some stuff out here. You just may not be hearing my voice do it because we're just gonna be starting the content. But I want y'all to see what's coming, man. Like AI or die. I've introduced you to ChatGPT. I'm telling you, there's no copyright issues. Nobody gives a damn. If you're working services, nobody gives a damn. Can you get the job done? I believe you can. This thing works. I mean, all for a lot of writing. So, like, think about this for scripts. Think about this for posts. Like being able to write posts for people, being able to take on service-based businesses for customers who have websites and they need content. Learn how to organize content so that the AI can write what you need. Like give it the bullet notes that you want, and then it's going to write copy for you. And you can tell it, hey, I want it for LinkedIn. Hey, I want it for Twitter. Hey, I want it for Facebook. Hey, shorten this up for Instagram. Hey, I need a script for a TikTok video. And then send it to a voiceover and have it read it. I'm gonna see what it does, and you'll be able to see that with ToxicHustle. So we're gonna do this and see see this journey together, y'all. But like I said, it's not the end of the website. It's not the end of me. It's just the end of this side of the toxic thought process of the business. The need for me to have toxic thoughts on Toxic Hustle is over because we're executing on everything we talked about. Everything that I brought up here from last year, we're working on now. And now we're launching. And y'all should be in the same mode. Research and execute. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to roll the hell on out. I will do occasional videos once in a while, but of course they'll be more business focused, especially if there's major things that's happening. Like I said, I'm not going anywhere. If there's a major announcement that needs to happen, we're gonna do a short, and the short will go out. But as far as me doing a bunch of live streams until we get the new system in, which will come in spring, I'll get back to streams come spring. But it's winter time to spend some time with your families, time to really think about the tools. Hibernate with this tool. Hibernate with these tools this winter. Come back in spring ready. right? Because I'm gonna do the damn same thing, and I'm gonna come back with videos and show you what we're doing. Like again, nothing is changing. It's not like I'm disappearing completely. It's just Toxic Thought has run its course here. I'll be on Tragic showing some of the execution and how we're modeling some things and how we're able to really shape the business, how we're growing the brand, how we're beginning to get more visitation, how we're getting our streams up, how we monetize the channel. Like all that stuff starts now. And you get to see that. I told you, this is like you get to see a media company get birth. Well, I've been saying that for a while, but it takes time for all this stuff. Like, again, if I'm a guy by himself, how do I scale up? Because I can't say, hey, I want you to work with me. And of course, I can't pay you, but $10 every month. Like, nobody's going to work with me because I ain't got no money like that. I'm throwing it in investments. I'm throwing it in subscriptions. I'm positioning and hoarding cash because I think we're going to go into a bad time for a little while. You better have a little cash flow. And then you need to take that cash flow and make sure you're putting it into the right places where your business, like it's time for business investments, not speculative ones. What is your business? What is your product? My product is a download. Once I understood that my product was a download, whatever it was, whether it's music, it's a download. Whether I do a consultation for a client and I give him a PDF or a Word doc, it's a download. Whether or not I create graphics for their social media, it'll be PNGs and JPEGs zipped together and they download. Once I understood my product was nothing more than downloads, and whether it's a subscription or a service, even if I was to do a subscription site and I was doing like, hey, I'm going to train you in music, and I put all the videos on a subscription site, it's my video, an MP4, going someplace so that the video player you have will download and stream it. You just don't keep it. But it's still a download. I upload something someplace that somebody gets access to. Once I know what that is, it's just a matter of figuring out what's the easiest, the least friction commodity to sell. Stuff for other people to sell. I sell to the manufacturers, B2B. So, where's your business? Where's your subscription? And where's your service? Or, I should say or, not and. You don't have to have all three, but you need one of them. Because you can't say your job, because your job, you need 5 of them. They're mostly in the customer service sector. And as next year, nobody has money to go eat out, they will be let go to. So get prepared. Because again, next year is not, as I warned you, that 2022 was not going to be a fun experience. And it hasn't been fun for the market, and it has damn sure ain't fun for crypto. Crypto don't come back until 2024 halving cycle, which means it's not going to start running up till probably summer of next year if it decides to do that, depending on what the Fed is doing. Again, you got to watch the Fed. So guys, keep your eyes on the prize. Keep safe out on these streets because I know it's kind of rough out here. Please, 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 for the love of your family, focus on your products. Make it digital. Yes, you're going to pay taxes, but it's better than it's better than being on the street. Believe you me, I've been on it plenty of times. So y'all be safe out on the streets. Much love to all of you, and I'll be talking to you soon. Peace out.